Okay, folks, we're back. What I did was I went ahead and finished rounding off this side and this side of the carving. Just want to make mention, if you're a new carver, to make sure that you use a stationary knife, you know, than one that's in a handle like this. I'm using my pocket knife. I use these somewhat from time to time, and whatever knife is the sharpest is usually what I work with right away. And I'm using a small sweep gouge. This one here is about cost me about $26, and I got that at a show. It's been the most handiest little tool I've had here, my palm tools that I use. Really, mostly exclusively I use this one or a knife. So what I want to tell you though is I went ahead and finished this off, and I want to show to you new folks perception and relief carving. This here has, it looks like the nose is sticking out and everything's a 3D effect. You can see how flat that is versus something that we would carve that would actually be sticking out much further. For instance, here's my real Santa, one of my HOBO Santas, and you see how far the nose is sticking out versus this nose here. Okay, it's very, very minimal, and you can make it deeper and cut this at a V to get that to stick out like a corner. But I decided, I did a lot of these relief carvings similar to this before. The Helping Friends and Friends with a Tree series, they're both the same concept as this. Now, we went ahead and we cut both of these off here, but I want to show you something. You know, a couple of cuts can make a world of difference on how it looks. When you, like we're doing the arms here. Now, you can see it's very shallow how I cut this out. Just to show you here. It's very shallow how we cut this out. But I want you to see that when we cut this into a little V here, you know, we cut this out a little bit. We can make that look much deeper by doing this, and I'm going to show you. We're going to just cut a little deeper V cut out, okay, just like that. I'm going to turn around. I'm going to go the opposite way. You can use a V tool. I'm more into just doing it with a knife. Okay, see how much deeper that looks? That looks much deeper. Simply, it is in a sense it's deeper, but it gives it a little bit different look than it did before. So, you know, yeah, I need to clean that up a little bit. But see the difference between this corner and this one. And all you need to do is just do a little V cut. Just dig it a little bit deeper. You know, I'm going to go a little bit at an angle here. I'm going to follow that line up. Turn it around. And I'm going to go down. And try to make a nice clean cut. And that's all you need to make things look a little deeper than what they really are, and what they really appear to be. That's one of the things I wanted to teach you in this video, that you can also do that with a lot of things. You can do that with underneath the beard. You know, if we take the same concept and we just follow this beard out a little bit and then go back and cut it out again, you get just a little more depth to it than you would if you didn't do it. See the difference? It's just a tad different from one side to the other. So you don't need to do a lot to make it look different. So I'm going to finish up the body a little bit later. We're going to go to the tree right now because that's where I want to head to. We'll finish doing the beard and all the stuff on here after we get the tree done. The tree is going to be a little bit deceptive. The tree is going to be, what we're going to do is we're just going to start cutting this to a point in the back here. And now I'm going to take my tool, my pencil here, and I'm just going to put where the middle of that is, just about there. So on both sides I'm going to kind of direct it right up to that area. Okay, this is going to be a little tough for me to do because this thing's a little bigger than I like it to be. And we're just going to go to that tip there. Now I know this piece that I got has a little bit of a brown spot, but I'm not going to worry about it because it's on the back side. For some reason, the wood I got this last time has a little bit of that, and it can be a pain if it's in the wrong spot. I saw it when I cut it out, and I thought I didn't want to waste the wood, so it was doable. You know, I was willing to work with it. Okay, we're going to go on this side. We're going to cut the top off here, a little bit of a sweep here, and we're going to do the same thing over here. Oops. Now, you can go with a little smaller knife. I can go with a knife like this and sweep this out a little bit more. This is one of Alan Goodman's knives. I failed to mention that a few times. He has a really good knife, folks. I know they're a little bit pricey there, but they are well worth the money. I think this one was like $42, $43 shipped. And you can order anyway. You got a nice little handle to hang on to it at the bottom, which is nice. It fits my hand really nice. It's a nice feel to it. So you can pay a lot of money to have some custom knives made, and I'm telling you, this is going to last me a lifetime. So if you buy one, you won't be disappointed. You know, there are cheaper ones out there, but by all means, Alan has a good knife there, and you may want to check out his site and see. He'll make anything you want, from what I understand. Just tell him exactly what you want done and what size blade you want, and he'll be more than happy to set you up. But like I said, it's not wasted money by any means. A good knife. I've used this knife a lot in my teachings here the last few times, and I've tested it out, and it's a great knife. So you will not be disappointed, guaranteed. So anyway, let's keep working on this puppy here. And what you want to do is you just want to keep, you want to keep working on it here. And then when I'm done with that top, I'm going to actually start cutting. I'm going to do that now. Now this is going to be a little bit of a challenge because this doesn't have a lot of play here. So this is when Alan's knife with a nice little point there can get in there, versus my pocket knife there. So there's a good series of different knives that you might need to do this project. We're gonna actually get rid of that point anyway. We're gonna kind of tilt that towards the center. Okay, just like so. Alright, just like that. Same thing with this side. Alright, we're just gonna go. And don't forget, I just want to make mention, Alan does these by hand. So anything that's done by hand is going to cost a little bit more money, but you'll be very satisfied with that knife. So I just want to show you what that knife looks like, and I think that you'll be very happy with it. I'm promoting Alan's knives, but believe me, I don't make any money on it. I test the product to see how it works, and if it's what I like, I tell you about it, and you can choose to go buy one or not. That's up to you, but I'm just telling you what works for me and what I found very useful. Okay, so I'll be back and we'll keep going with this tree in a little bit.